Now in this pointer, I want to talk about a very important thing, that how to play a particular mode, or how to decide what to play on a particular chordal transition. Now, let's take an example. Now this is C, okay? Now if C as a root, as a first chord, okay? So first chord is Ionian, that's a major in nature. It moves towards, let's say, a fifth or a fourth. So of course, if you see the modal hierarchy, according to the C as a root, you can simply play a C major scale over here. Okay. Now, but what if C moves a whole step down towards B flat? Okay. Now, if you see the modes, you'll find the fifth mode moving a whole step down towards the fourth one, which is basically a mixolydian to a lydian one. Okay, and in a basic modal family, in the basic modes, you have no other two major chords which has a whole step difference. There's only like the fourth and the fifth which has a one whole step difference between them. So if C moves to the B flat, then you will surely know that the C is acting as a mixolydian right now. The C is basically a mixolydian in nature. It's a dominant 7 chord right now. So you can play a C mixolydian. Now, what if C moves to an F? C is a minor chord. Okay, and you have this progression which goes to F. Just by these two chords, you need to define some sort of a scale, what should be play on that. So now C is going to an F. So in this case, C is the second degree of B flat. That means C is Dorian right now, and it is going to the fifth chord in the key of B flat. Okay, so you'll play a C Dorian right now. Okay, C is second, and it's going to the F, which is the fifth, to B flat. So right now we're in the key of B flat, and C is acting as a C is having that sound of a Dorian right now. Now what if C is a minor and C just changes into a major? Like, you have a C minor right now and you have a major suddenly. Now for this, you have to play both parallel modes. You have to play both separate modes. So first you have to play a natural minor. Or maybe if it is a Dorian in your mind that you are treating C minor as a C minor 7, or maybe as a Dorian sounding thing, then you can play a C Dorian. Or maybe as a Phrygian, because Phrygian is also a minor basically. So whatever is your taste, whatever is your thought, for the C, you can play that particular scale. And when it shifts to the C major, then you have to play a simple C major on top of it. So that's how you will be able to separate the scales, separate the modes with them. It's basically modal interchange. If you play C as Ionian, you get a specific kind of a progression and a transition happening. If you keep C as Dorian, then of course, it'll have a different transition. It's just the lineup becomes changed, completely. Rest all modes remain same. It's just like you give importance to a particular degree and treat it as the starting point, treat it as a root note. I have a G minor over here, and this minor moves towards the C minor out here, and then again it moves towards the D minor. So again, in this case, it will be Aeolian right now here, and then it moves towards C minor, it will become Dorian, and then D minor will be a Phrygian. So if you have this progression, so that's the idea. So you have to place that particular mode as a root and then count onwards accordingly, from the modal hierarchy. So from Ionian, Dorian, Phrygian, Lydian, Mixolydian, Aeolian, and then Locrian. So if you have Locrian as the first, then of course after Locrian, you'll have the first mode as a second mode for the Locrian point. If you treat Locrian as the first, so after Locrian you'll have the first mode, Ionian will be the second for that particular mode, and then Dorian will be the third. So that's how it just like you are interchanging the order. It's as simple as that.